what you wanna be, how you wanna be, what you wanna be, who you wanna be. I'm stunning till I get.
What's good, T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6 Episode 18 review. And last night's episode was so good. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that this upcoming week I got some great videos for you guys. So I'm going to be doing several fashion killer videos. I'm going to be doing a fashion killer video on the Potomac promo pictures. I'm going to be doing fashion killers for the Real Housewives of New York reunion looks. I'm going to be doing fashion killers for the Basketball Wives promo looks and more. And I'm going to do a little vlogging for you guys. I'm going to switch things up a little bit. This week, I'm going to the WWE SmackDown. Me and my son. Y'all know I'm a huge wrestling fan. And so we're in the VIP section. So I'm going to take you guys along with us to the show you guys what I'm wearing and all of that jazz. And then lastly, this week, you guys, I'm going to finally reveal my new filming room. We're going to get out of my dining room. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. My filming room is complete, and I'm going to show you all the tour of the space, as well as my movie room and my kitchen. Yes, God. So y'all look forward this week to all of these wonderful, amazing videos. Now, let's get into this review. So the episode begins with like 10 people being at Tiffany baby reveal. Where was everybody? Because, girl, you could have had this at your house. Like, it was literally like 3 people there. Like, what was the point? Like, should nobody even been mad about the food and the decor being late? Because what nobody there for real to enjoy it? Like, do she not got no friends? Like, were all those people at the baby shower like extras? Like, what is going on? So, surprisingly enough, Tisha ends up coming, and they all sit down to eat, and everybody is quiet now that Tisha has arrived. And she was like, why everybody being quiet? And I forgot who said it, but somebody was like, well, we was all talking a minute ago. Basically like, you're the elephant in the room, ma'am. So Kimmy was like, well, we were talking about the expo. And she says, I think we should get together and give a little feedback, constructive criticism on how we can improve things for next time. And Tisha said, I don't need no feedback. You sure? Because it looked like you needed feedback to me. Baby, Tisha was on guard, okay? I was like, you are not playing for the Celtics. You are not on defense. Like, calm down. Like, it's giving guilty. Like, why are you so defensive? Like, what's going on? So, come to find out, Nell drops the bomb that Tisha did invite her and Chris to be a part of the expo beforehand, but she never confirmed them when the time came. So what was the whole point of that meeting, that dinner that y'all had, while you and Marcel sat there and played stupid, talking about you didn't know what they did for a living. You ain't know that she had a daycare for 30 years, this, that, and the third. Like, this is why people don't like y'all, because y'all sit up there and play in people's face and act like y'all dumb, and then try to make the other people feel like they crazy and like they the problem. Like, what was the point of that? Like, how old are we? Like, huh? What? So all the other girls are then like in shock, because it's like, what kind of games are y'all playing? So Tisha was like, I'm over it. Your point has been made crystal clear. I mean, just getting snippy with Nell for calling her out on her BS. But you ain't have no problem in the past calling everybody out for their BS. But now that you're in the hot seat, you can't take it. You can't handle the truth, okay? You can't handle it. You're Tom Cruise, all right? So I didn't like the way she was talking to Miss Nell. Like, she was being disrespectful, because at the end of the day, obviously Miss Nell is older than them. She's like their elder. And like, you sitting up there getting snippety to snappity with her, and she wasn't being disrespectful towards you. She was just asking you a simple question, my love. So Nell was like, your energy is totally different than it was at dinner. And Tisha was like, it's totally the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. You was literally, honestly sitting there on mute and letting Marceau do all of the talking. You up here asking this lady, have they ever dealt with infidelity and, you know, trying to pick her brain, this, that, and the third. But now when you get around everybody else, you want to act like the big bad wolf. Like, we're not about to play these games. No. So Tiffany then brings up the $100 situation. A messy tale. So Tisha is just sitting there quiet. Like, she is just, I could tell she was irritated and she was embarrassed, and she should be. So Nell was like, is somebody gonna tell me like what the $100 situation is about? Like, cause I know like Tisha not gonna answer. She ignored me. So she was like, Stormy, are you ignoring me too? And Stormy was like, you want to tell her what happened to Tisha? And Nell was like, no, I'm talking to you, Stormy. I'm not even talking to her. Don't you got a voice of your own? Wait a minute, Miss Nell. Miss Nell had clocked in. Because at first, Tisha had her on the ropes when they was going back and forth. You know, she was a little, you know, flabbergasted and like a little bit stuttering all over the place. But I was like, wait a minute, Miss Nell, calm down. You're going to need to take a water pill in a minute. So Stormy gets explaining the situation and Tisha walk off. She mad. She mad. And Stormy goes and gets her and is able to bring her back. But in her confessional, Tisha says that she feels like they hating on her. Hating on what exactly? Your denim jumpsuit with the heart cut out the back? Like, what, girl? What are they hating on? Absolutely nothing. So she comes back and sit down, and Nell was like, at dinner, they said no one paid anything, so it was a lie. And at dinner, they in fact said that they paid everything out of pocket, okay? Now, they didn't flat out say nobody paid anything, as far as I remember, but they led them to believe like nobody else had to forefront any money. So Mel was like, Kimmy said earlier Maurice paid. And Nell was like, they said Kimmy nor Stormy paid. And that's when Kimmy jumped in, because at first Kimmy was like, oh God, I don't want to get involved. But then when she heard that, Kimmy jumped in and was like, for y'all to say y'all had no money coming in, like, what's the tea, girl? And Stormy then says to Tisha, it looked like y'all being secretive, which y'all are. And I'm not going to even sit up here and really blame Tisha. It's more so. And once again, she gets cooped in with his antics and his foolery. And then when she gets confronted, she don't know how to handle confrontation. So she just sit there looking stupid or gets defensive or want to walk away and say, I got to go talk to Marceau. Like, oh God, girl, get your life. And it's obvious that it was some shady business going on. And like I said on last week's episode, if I was anybody that participated in that foolishness, I would not participate next season or next time they do it, because now I know that y'all shady and you can't be trusted. So Tisha was like, it's none of y'all business where the money went. Yes, it is if you charge certain people money and then you didn't charge other people money. Oh, yes, it's very much where did my money go? Where did my $100 go to? I need to know. It ain't like some new lights was added up in here, some more balloons, some catering, some bottled water from Sam's. Yeah, it is our business. So Kimmy then suggests like a town hall amongst the group to discuss how things can be improved. And Tisha is tired of them questioning her. Well, get over it, because you ain't got no problem in the past questioning other people. Now you in the hot seat, deal with it, baby girl. Deal with it. The focus is on you. It's not on Mel anymore. The focus is on you. I like how Mel has situated herself now on this show where y'all can't come attack me for nothing, because I've been so unproblematic. I've kept my mouth shut whether I like y'all or not. And now y'all have no other choice but to focus on each other. Yes, Mel, make these heifers work for their check, okay? Because for the last 6 seasons, everything has been focused on you. Now the tables are turning and the girls are fighting against each other. Come on, catch. So Stormy says, you know, at the event, you checked Marceau because you ain't like how he was talking, But then the next day, you said you didn't like how I spoke to him. So in my mind, there's no other way to talk to this man who is acting like a woman. I had to get up and go in my bathroom and get me a ear swab, a cotton swab. Cause did this lady just tell this other lady that her husband was acting like a woman into her face, and she just sat there? I had to rewind it back because I wasn't hearing things. She actually said that, and Tisha literally just sat there. Cause what? But you gotta give it to Stormy. Whatever I said in my confessional, I'm gonna say to you, okay? So Miss Nell in her confession was like, I can't believe Tisha is allowing her to call her husband a woman. If she did that to me, she gonna be getting a lot of shade from me. Oh, Miss Nell, you so cute. She gonna be getting a lot of shade from me. I'm thinking she gonna say, baby, I'm gonna slap the taste out her mouth. I'm gonna cuss her out. Miss Nell said she gonna get a lot of shade from me. She thought she was doing something. Girl, Miss Nell, I like Miss Nell being more on the show now, them being the, you know, friends to the show or whatever, but you can tell the age difference between her and the ladies, and it's just like, I don't want to see nobody disrespecting her, because she seems like a very level-headed, sweet woman. It's like Miss Vanessa being a part of the cast. I wouldn't like it. I don't want it. So I don't know, because I feel like somebody gonna get real disrespectful towards her, and I don't like that, because you can tell she's not a reader. She's not that type of person. Miss Nell, just take care of the babies. Just take care of the babies at the daycare. I don't like this for you. So Stormy was like, we wouldn't have ever had a moment if he hadn't done that. And Mel agrees, and then brings up how Nell told her that Marceau was shading her. And so Mel was like, I don't want Marceau and these jabs he's taking at me to come between me and Tisha. And Tisha was like, Marceau can speak for himself. I'm staying out of this mess. And I like the fact that Mel isn't combining Tisha with her husband. And I'm going to take my issues to him. This has nothing to do with you. Point blank and the period. And hopefully Tisha will keep that same energy and not be talking ish about Mel on the sidelines with Marceau, because at the end of the day, your husband was being shady. He was being slick, and it is what it is. He broke the truce. He started talking crap. You can't blame Mel. You can't say Mel, you know, was throwing rocks and then hiding her hand. This was all your husband. So Stormy then was like, now we got to talk to Marceau. I be thinking he be acting like a woman. So this time when she said it the second time, Tisha was like, nah, he don't be acting like no woman. And Stormy was like, I feel like he want to be a lady. She say, he can put on a wig and join us. And I'm like, girl, he going to be looking like Geraldine, child. Anybody that's in my age bracket know who Geraldine is, honey. And I was like, girl, the fact that she said that this man want to be a woman and a lady, I was like, about time somebody said it, about time. But y'all all need to keep drilling that Negro. Keep drilling him, because right now he taking it lightly. But with a man like Marceau, he ain't gonna like that y'all keep on calling him women and bees and little ladies and all of this type of stuff. And I saw somebody in the comment section, and I understood what she was saying, when she was like, I don't think that you should compare him to a woman, because that's like disrespecting women to say that, you know, Marceau acts like a woman. And I got what she was saying, and I appreciated her comment, you know what I'm saying? But when I say that Marceau is acting like a little woman, I'm not saying he's acting like a woman like how we are. Strong, sophisticated, not being messy, minding our own business. He acting like a little woman. He acting like one of the messy women that we don't fool with or associate with. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of woman that's like a Lisa Renner. He one of them type of little women, you know, like a Ashley Darby, like a Giselle Bryant. That's the type of woman he acts like. People that we give us, the other women that give us the ick. You know what I'm saying? Just a little messy, little That's the type of chick that Marceau would be. So Kimmy tells Maurice that Marceau said that no one paid, and Maurice was like, "Nah, I gotta talk to him, because like, what's the tea, girl? What is going on? Like, my brother is very shady." So then Mel visits Nell at her daycare, and I'm happy that she got shine on her daycare. And Mel brings up how they bought champagne and everything from Marceau and Tisha, and they went to Black and supported them, but yet and still y'all didn't want to return the favor and highlight them and support them at y'all expo. It's like, once again, y'all want to take from people, but then y'all don't want to give. And it's coming across like they're users. And I don't even want to say Tisha, but you can't even leave Tisha out of it, because Tisha is complacent and compliant with everything that her husband does. So you have to group her into this, because she's allowing this behavior. And like I said, it's going to get to the point where ain't nobody going to want to fool with y'all, because y'all use Mel and Martell. Y'all use Stormy. Y'all use Nell and Chris. Like, come on. Y'all looking real sus. And Tisha, you got to start separating yourself from the stuff that your husband does. And you need to start checking it and making him know that this is not acceptable behavior. But that's too much like right. Nell then questions how, in fact, Tisha owns 85% of Sculpt, but she was kicked out of her own office. I mean, child, we all question that. Like, what? What? Like, and when Nell asks at the dinner, she just, like, just a little doofus. So then Mel was like, you know, there are different certifications. One of those certifications is a woman-owned business certification that allows you to get more opportunities with the government. The trifling thing that I found out is that people were actually like basically lying to the government. And she was like, the husband would make the wife the higher percentage owner of the company to say it's a woman-owned business so they could get more contracting opportunities. Baby, did Mel just expose it all? Just expose it all. Oh, you want to say I don't have a business acumen? Oh, girl. You're messing with Nancy Drew now, okay? You don't want the smoke over here, my love, okay? Mel didn't expose it all, and that's exactly what it has to be with this scope business, because you know Marceau gonna cut corners any way that he can, because he's a scammer. He's a runner and a track star. Yes, that gotta be what's going on, and I'm so happy that she exposed it. Like, because if you want to play, we can play, okay? But I'm going to win the game of tag, my love. You're going to be it, all right? Miss Nell then points out that every time Tisha and Mel start to get cool again, here go Marceau throwing a monkey wrench between them to keep them separated. And I'm so happy that Mel was like, yes, he is afraid that if Tisha get cool and start hanging around me, that she will, you know, pull that strength of the woman that I have and leave his manipulative line. Okay. And I'm liking that once again, Mel is seeing through the smoke and mirrors of it all and seeing what's the tea. You know what I'm saying? Not saying once again that Tisha is innocent, because she isn't, but you're not going to be able to switch this to me coming at y'all. No, I'm coming at you. So Mel says she's not going to fall for Marceau trying to pit her against Tisha. She's going to take her issue straight to the source, which is him. And I loved it. Loved it. Mel playing the game, honey, and she's winning. So we then go to Kiki's house, and she tells her husband that she wished she could have gone to the baby reveal, but she's been real sick. And she says it's really sad that people automatically assumed that she was back using and that she had relapsed, when in fact she has to go see a cardiologist and a gastrologist. Child, that's a hard word to say, child. So it has nothing to do with like pain issues. It's literally her digestive system. So her husband says that he thinks that it's the methadone that she takes, you know, to wean her off of her addiction that's causing all of these problems. But she was like, you always going to that, like, because she says that her husband doesn't like her taking that medication. But he then goes into talking about her bad eating habits and how she be eating a bunch of Chinese food and fried rice and all of this type of stuff. And that makes her feel sick. And somebody that had digestive system issues, and that was the first real illness that I suffer from. Girl, it ain't nothing to play with. Get it together, girl. Get it together. So I once again enjoyed the fact that there are certain cast members who think the worst of her when they don't even know what's really going on. And instead of checking with her and asking her what's the tea, they just assuming that she relapsed again, when it ain't even got nothing to do with no type of pain or anything like that. So then she says that she feels like her husband, however, berates her and jumps to conclusions instead of listening to her. So they got issues in they relationship too as well. And he admits that he does jump to conclusions, but he then defends it by saying it's a natural thing for people to do. Yeah, it's a natural thing for people to do, but then you need to change that behavior when your wife is pointing that out to you, that you do that to her often instead of listening to her. You know what I'm saying? But all I could concentrate on is I wanted some of them beans that he was cooking. Because Kiki's husband looked like he could cook, child. He looked like his food tastes good. Now, he need to be the one with the food truck, not Miss Wanda. That man looked like he be over there seasoning some ish up. Yes, I need a plate immediately. So then at the end of the episode, Mel meets up with Marceau, and I love the fact that she wore one of her t-shirts that say Millimeter. I was like, get it, girl. So Mel says, you know, that she is coming with a positive attitude, and based off how he comes is how she's going to come. And he even noticed that she's being very nice, being very pleasant, and all of that. So Marceau says that he didn't say her by name when he was talking about the t-shirt comment, but then goes on to say that I don't have a high opinion of product. And she was like, what? When you have product, like that makes no sense. And he was like, I don't have a high opinion of the business I'm in. Get out my face. I would have got up and walked away because you sound stupid. You sound stupid. You look stupid. You need a bra on. When you walked up, that walk up was horrible. Your thighs was rubbing together. Your slacks was bunching up in between your legs. You knock-kneed bastard. Girl, get out my face. So Mel was like, you trying me. Quit playing with me, Marceau, for you to try and intentionally try to downplay what I do. And Marceau was like, I did not. Nigga, yes, you did. So Mel was like, okay, and was fixing her lash. And then he tries to be the condescending prick that he is, talking about some, don't cry, Mel. Baby, it looked like Mel had an exorcism. Her face said, what? She was like, boy, ain't nobody crying over you. Even Tisha ain't gonna be crying about you when she leave your ass. You afraid of Tisha and I being in a good space and her being around this strong black woman right here and her getting the strength to leave your manipulative lying arse. Okay? Catch. And then the episode went off. MVPs of this episode were Stormy and Mel, because I like the fact that anything that I say to somebody else or what I say in my confessional, I'm going to say to your face. So you can't say that I was throwing rocks and hiding my hands. I like that they kept that energy in front of Tisha and Marceau. The loser of this episode has to be Tisha and Marceau because they got caught in lies. Their responses were idiotic. And they were just all over dumb. Like, what? But anywho, this episode was great. I give it an A. The cast is bringing it in the second half of the season. Y'all let me know what was y'all favorite part, what was your least favorite part. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. And you guys, make sure you check out the film that I am in. It's called The Blood Brothers. I have been promoting it now for months. It is finally out right now on Tubi. Thank you to everyone who's watched it already and said that they really enjoyed it and sent me screenshots of my part. Yeah, so check out The Blood Brothers on Tubi right now. Go and support. I love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.